Iraqi forces fighting their way through Mosul, inflicting ISIS casualties. Tonight, U.S. officials say the terror group is on the ropes, down to between 12,000 and 15,000 battle-ready fighters, its lowest numbers ever. How do they stretch those 12 to 15,000 fighters out?
ISIS is still mounting concentrated military campaigns. Very recently, they retook Palmyra in central Syria. A month and a half ago, they also tried to mount a very sophisticated campaign against Kirkuk city. ISIS is also launching spectacular attacks.
But a U.S. official points out the coalition has killed about 50,000 ISIS fighters since 2014, and the group's safe havens are dwindling. According to U.S. officials who released this map, all the areas in dark and light green represent territory ISIS has lost, 28% in Syria, and more than 60% of its territory in Iraq as of the end of November. And tonight, there are indications that ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is under perhaps more pressure than ever. U.S. officials say he's in deep, deep hiding.
We also know he hides with slaves and all sorts of terrible things. I mean, this guy is one of the most despicable we've ever seen. So we're doing all we can to find and eliminate him.
Officials say nearly all of Baghdadi's deputies have been eliminated. 3 of his top lieutenants were taken out in recent days in ISIS's stronghold of Raqqa, Syria. U.S. officials say they were responsible for planning attacks in Paris and Brussels last year. A U.S. intelligence official telling CNN tonight the coalition's made great strides in targeting ISIS leaders in places like Raqqa. And CNN is told ISIS's vaunted recruiting arm, featuring videos from English-speaking militants like Jihadi John, has been decimated.
The United States government has killed a lot of ISIS propagandists, and as you know, the amount of propaganda that ISIS has put out has gone down pretty dramatically.
But tonight, experts warn the terror group isn't close to total defeat.
It still controls many places, to include Mosul, where it has managed to keep its defenses against a coalition operation that has been ongoing for the past almost 2 months. It still holds terrain in northern Syria. It still holds terrain in 2 or 3 other major zones across both countries.
And tonight we're told the coalition is really not getting much help from Vladimir Putin. A short time ago, I spoke to a U.S. intelligence official who told me that despite Russia's claims that they were intervening in Syria to target ISIS, the Russians have overwhelmingly targeted rebel groups that threaten the Assad regime. They are there to prop up Bashar Assad Wolf and not much else.
That's absolutely correct. You've also reported a lot on ISIS casualties, Brian. What about American casualties during this war against ISIS?
Well, Brett McGurk, President Obama's top envoy in this war on ISIS, Wolf, he says a total of 5 American military personnel have been killed in this campaign. You would be hard-pressed to find any other war in American history where a U.S.-led coalition's killed 50,000 enemy fighters and lost only 5.